Hello, everyone. Wrestling Fan Talk here. So, the Money in the Bank 2024 show has come and gone from Toronto. Drew McIntyre called his shot. He said he would do what he did. He won the men's Money in the Bank match, and he cashed it in during the Seth Rollins versus Damian Priest match for the World Heavyweight Championship. That was a very interesting match. It was back and forth. Seth Rollins and Damian Priest really looked like equals out there, and I think that was really good for Damian Priest to look equal to Seth Rollins given the stature of Seth Rollins. It really helped elevate Damian Priest. And boy, when Drew McIntyre cashed in that briefcase, the fans went nuts, right? And he comes out, and it looks like he's going to win. And then you hear the fans rumble and go crazy, and here comes CM Punk to attack Drew McIntyre. And attack him he did. Now, we look back and we remember that CM Punk was in Chicago, and Drew McIntyre brutally attacked CM Punk. And he took that little bracelet from his wrist. And Drew McIntyre has been taunting CM Punk ever since. Now, this feud has been personal for months and months now, and it just keeps getting more personal. CM Punk attacked Drew McIntyre with a chair multiple times, much to the delight and excitement of the crowd. And then CM Punk looks at that World Heavyweight title. And Drew McIntyre had got back in the ring off camera. And CM Punk takes that World Heavyweight title, gets on the apron, runs across the apron, and bashes Drew McIntyre in the head with it. And then up comes Damian Priest. He hits the South of Heaven. 1, 2, 3. Retains your title. He retained his title. Now, if we remember the stipulations of this match, if Damian Priest won, Seth Rollins would never get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship as long as Damian Priest remained champion. Now, vice versa, if Seth Rollins had won, Damian Priest would be out of the Judgment Day. That was the gentleman's agreement going into this match. And at the end, when CM Punk is sitting on the announcer's table looking into the ring, looking at Drew McIntyre selling on the ground, Seth Rollins walks around the apron, and he's about to confront CM Punk, and you can see him mouth the words, "I told you not to get in my way. I told you not to get in my business." And there goes Corey Graves to stop Seth from attacking CM Punk. The other interesting part was that Damian Priest has been slowly morphing into this babyface character lately. And Damian Priest looked on in sort of disappointment. He looked at CM Punk like he wasn't too happy for him to be out there. Damian Priest wanted to win this on his own, it seems like. Out of his own merit, out of his own accord, he wanted to win this match, but he didn't get the chance to. Now, this makes the Drew McIntyre CM Punk feud white hot, and it makes SummerSlam much more interesting. Because we know we're getting CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. That seems completely obvious at this point. There's no way that match cannot happen in Cleveland at SummerSlam. I also believe it's a safe bet. We're getting Damian Priest versus Gunther for that World Heavyweight Championship. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Here's where the plot thickens. What do you do with Seth Rollins? Do you find him a new opponent? Does he somehow get involved in the Drew McIntyre CM Punk drama? Seems like a legit option when we think about it. Now we move to the post-show. And obviously there's the press conference with John Cena and his retirement announcement. And we'll get to that eventually. But first, we go to the sort of announce table, the post-show announce table with Jackie Redmond, Big E, and Wade Barrett. And there's a lot of fans there, and they're all excited. And here comes Drew McIntyre in a pure, complete rage. Not even on microphone, just yelling at the camera like, "I know you're in the building, CM Punk. I know you're gonna run your mouth." And here comes officials, and he chokes them and throws them. And He looks back at the camera. He says, "I want you, CM Punk, now." I think he said. And here comes Adam Pearce to try and pull him back. And Drew McIntyre throws this little back elbow, knocking Adam Pearce to the ground. And then Drew McIntyre looks back at the camera like in a psychotic, murderous rage. "I know where your family lives." And boy, oh boy, you should see the comment section on that video on YouTube. Some people are laughing because it's just so over the top. It's so white hot. Drew McIntyre is entertaining when he's just allowed to act like a complete psychopath. So where this feud goes from here, I don't know. I guess the question is, will Seth Rollins be a part of it as a special guest referee or of some sort? Or will Seth Rollins get his own opponent, his own feud going into SummerSlam? Those are questions that are going to have to start being answered on Raw. But Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, man. You know, some people were saying that they didn't like the idea of the Money in the Bank briefcase being wasted for this, but it makes a perfect plot point. Drew McIntyre made it personal with CM Punk. Now CM Punk is going to continuously make it personal with Drew McIntyre. That's the story. And it's going to be white hot moving into the summer and even white hot more moving into the fall. That's it for this one, guys. Wrestling Fan Talk out.